Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I am in my dining room. It is a very dreary and gray day. We're having rain off and on, but that's okay because we need the rain, and it is time for another Tiny Tidy Tuesday. So besides working on some things here at home today, I need to tackle the next thing off the shelf in the basement. So stay tuned for that, and welcome to my dining room. Welcome back to my home. I'm so glad you're joining me today for another Tiny Tidy Tuesday episode. As usual, you can find a playlist linked in the description box down below. Sunday Dawn is our lovely leader who puts together the playlist each week, and it's a fun, open collaboration. So there'll be different creators hopping in and out each week, and you can see what sort of tiny tidy we got up to. Sometimes our tidies turn into a mighty tidy, and we really tackle a big space or a large amount of things. I'm using this series as some accountability to keep working on decluttering and reorganizing my basement, one box or one pile at a time. And if you've been following along, you know that we are down to the last pile on the top shelf of this shelving unit. I believe this is season 6 that we are finishing, I think. I need to go back and count my shelves. It's either 6 or 7. But it's fun to see how this big season finale is going to go today. I've been dreading it. I've been putting it off, but it's time. I got to do it. And this pile I don't know that it's going to go away completely, but I'm hoping I can get it smaller and lighter because it's a lot. So I'm going to head to the basement and get my college portfolio off the top shelf of this shelving unit, and we'll see what we can find in there. So let's head to the basement. So here it is. It's actually 2 portfolios, and I think I got the second one from my sister whenever she finished college. I don't even remember. She and I are both interior design majors. Her degree is actually an interior architecture degree, so she has a little more engineering background than what I had. Mine was a fine arts degree in interior design. So these are all of my bigger projects that I guess at the time I felt like I needed to keep because they were part of my portfolio. That was many years ago, and these days I don't need a portfolio like this for any reason other than just as a keepsake. So I'm gonna open everything up on the dining room table, put on some music, try to quickly go through and sort. I'm sure there's gonna be some things that I'm just not ready to let go of, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But I would like to get rid of some of the extra stuff. I know there's just sketches and sort of junky parts of the process that I don't really need to keep. So if I could get some of that weeded out, that would help. And then if I want to have these things as just sort of mementos that I look back on from time to time, that's okay by me because I have the room to store it. And it's just this, hopefully I can get it down to just one container. So without further ado, let's get started. so far is just sort of like sketches and the research and the preparations for these bigger projects. And these were all just school projects, so they weren't even real things that happened, except for I did find one project that was some family friends of ours after I moved home, and I kind of want to keep this one just because it's a little more sentimental. This was the parents of my best friend all through high school, and her mom has since passed away and her dad has moved out of the house, but it just brings back some good memories looking at that. So like this is fun, but it's just a roof floor plan, so I'm not really sure it's all that exciting. This was the interior of this pretend space or house, and you know, my illustrations of it, which again, it's fine, but I'm noticing that there's really no like sentimental attachment to these because it was just this made up house and this made up floor plan. So I think I'm actually ready to pass. I don't know, I'll probably just have to pitch these. I don't think I can recycle them because they're layers of different materials, but I think at one point I had thought, oh, I would frame them and hang them up in our house, but since it's not really something I'm as passionate about anymore, it feels like it doesn't need to be done, and I might change my mind if I find something else that I really like or just think it would be fun to have as kind of a keepsake. But so far that just seems like that was a time in my life that's over and done with, and I've kind of moved on to other things, so the sentimental attachment isn't there like I thought it would be, so that's good. So let's continue on. So this is the same way. It was just a make-believe project, and this was my finishes and color inspiration board. I mean, so much of this you would do digitally now, so, and this was another made-up place. These I think are a little more interesting to look at, so these would be potentially something I wouldn't mind hanging on to perhaps get it framed and displayed. So those are kind of a maybe. And also it's like all in one, so it seems like it's a little easier to have that out and about. So for now, I think I'm just gonna tuck it in here since I know this is one I'm okay possibly keeping. So this is my maybe keep pile. Now let's move on to this big guy and see what else we can find. Besides some spiders. Nothing like outdated. I've got a bunch of floppy disks. Who remembers these? They are just like backups and I don't know, stuff I was working on in college. And I think this was a recording of a news clip that I was in. I don't even remember, but yeah, I think it was something back in the college days. I don't feel like I even need to explore what that is because I think it wasn't anything that special to begin with. So, moving on. think I've gotten through everything. This is a pile of stuff I know I don't want to keep, and I don't think anyone else could really reuse the paper or the materials, so that's just gonna get, what can be recycled will be recycled, and the rest I'm just gonna pitch. These are a few things that I think could be reused by my daughter's art teacher, so I'm gonna check with her. And there's also a small stack of tracing paper that I'm gonna see if my daughter wants, because she does like to draw and trace and do things like that. So she might enjoy that. I'm gonna see what's on these 2 CDs. I don't know, I think it's a movie or the recording perhaps, I'm not sure, so I'm gonna check. And then I found the rest of that one project I was talking about earlier that's a family friend. So I am gonna hang on to that for now. I might look through it one more time and decide I no longer need it, but that's okay. I'm also gonna ask my daughter's art teacher if she could use this portfolio case to carry any projects for school, and potentially this one as well, but for now I'm gonna use it just to store the 2 boards that I've decided I think I'm okay keeping, just because they're a little more in depth and I think they would display pretty nicely. So that might be something just to go somewhere in the house as kind of a memento of that time in my life, but I don't think I need all of the other stuff. And this would be nice. A lot of these have projects on the back, but it's just a nice heavy mat board, so I'm thinking potentially she could use the mat board for kids' projects at school. And if not, then I'll probably just pitch those or recycle it if it's just one piece of paper with nothing glued to it. So that is my tiny tidy for today. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope that was inspiring and motivating for you to see not only what I worked on today, but don't forget to check out the playlist and see what everyone else is up to. I feel really good finally having gone through that pile. I've been dreading it and putting it off, and to just finally make the decision that I don't think I need to keep those things any longer feels really good. It does feel like that time in my life has come and gone. I have the memories, but seeing these things don't really bring back a lot of great memories. There were times about my college days that I really did enjoy, and sometimes homework isn't part of that. So seeing this just kind of makes me think of homework and projects and not all the fun and enjoyable parts of the college experience that I had. So I'm gonna move on, take these things out of the house, and contact the art teacher to see if there's any of it that she could use. And I feel really good to have gotten this big weight off my shoulders and accomplished this task that I've been dreading for a long time. So thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to check out the playlist so you can see all the other tiny tidiers. You can just have that playlist on as you're working on things around your home. It's some great motivation, and you can have a companion to clean and organize and declutter with as you go along. I'll be back on Friday for another beautifully organized in 52 weeks video. And on Sunday, I'll hopefully have my Jane's Agenda December deluxe subscription box to share with you. That should be coming any day, so I'm excited about that. Other than that, have a wonderful Thanksgiving if you're here in the United States. I know Thanksgiving and Christmas and the holidays in general can be a little bittersweet for a lot of us for many reasons. So I'm sending you my peace and love and hoping you have a good one, whatever it looks like for you. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.